One fact about every mission in GTA San Andreas. There are many missions in this video that have facts I can guarantee you've never heard before. In the beginning, there's an unused voice line for Tenpenny that we cannot hear. This audio line plays once Tenpenny kicks CJ out of the vehicle, but because the police cruiser then drives away, we cannot hear this line in usual gameplay.
It's innocent, Carl. You don't bang.
This is car 58.
See you around like a donut, Carl.
Officer Pendlebury's down. Right over.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Car 58.
See you around like a donut, Carl.
Officer Pendlebury's down. We'll be right over.
See, Hernandez, that is how an experienced officer deals with a known threat.
Big Smoke. When Smoke throws the bat, it ends up breaking CJ's mum's picture, which is symbolizing his betrayal later on in the game. Sweet and Kendall. The ballers in this mission will actually chase you no matter how far you are away from the objective, even if you cycle all the way to Las Venturas. The baller car will teleport behind you. These ballers are extremely dedicated to taking out CJ. Ryder. There's an unused voice line, possibly if CJ was to get an afro in this mission.
CJ, damn, got caught slipping. What's that, a wig or something?
On top of this, did you know that there's an unused sound effect for the barbershops in the game, where rather than using electric shavers, you will hear a sound effect for scissors.
You got a style in mind? Your dad used to get a cut just like that.
Tagging up turf. When Sweet leaves CJ to quote go off and do another hood in this mission, you can actually follow him and realize that he ends up sitting on Grove Street. If you then attack Sweet's vehicle or lose your spray can, Sweet will then become hostile and end up killing you.
Fuck, hey! Hot damn! Deep throat this. Time to die, baller bitch.
Cleaning the hood. When you shoot the ballers in this mission, they go limp, almost as if they have a ragdoll applied to them. One of the only times in the game where this animation style is applied. Drive-through.
So what you saying? You don't respect me?
What I'm saying is,
Speak up. I'm hungry.
Oh, man.
During the cutscene, if you look closely, you'll see the gang T-posing down in the bottom left hand of the screen. Yeah, if you fail to stop the ballers, there will be a cutscene showing them doing a drive-by on Grove Street, and you will then fail the mission. Nines and AKs. Sweet mentions that gangsters nowadays carry Macs, weapons which were actually supposed to be included in the game, but were cut.
we ain't got shit now.
Well, what you gonna do if the ballers roll through? Throw shoes at him? Say, what happened to Emmett?
Emmett? Shit, gangs these days got Macs, AKs, and all kind of stuff. Emmett, on the other hand, ain't got shit.
Well, until we get...
Drive-by. This mission, as featured in a beta photo, shows what the original homies would have looked like. During this mission, the player will not get a wanted level no matter how far you go from spawn, making it extremely easy to complete early collectibles and obtain some rare weapons. Sweet's girl. Originally, Sweet's girlfriend was supposed to talk in this mission in some unused dialogue which Rockstar seemingly deleted.
This ain't my idea of a good time, Sweet. We will talk about this in private, Sweet Johnson.
Caesar Vilpando. In the cutscene for this mission, Kendall can be seen taking a jar of what seems to say Slick O'Grease sex lard.
What the
When CJ is confronted by Caesar's gang members later in this mission, namely Jose, it can be seen that he actually uses the same model, minus the blood stains, as the snitch seen in the introduction movie of the game. High stakes, low rider. Caesar's Red Savannah in this mission is entirely bulletproof, fireproof, explosion-proof, and melee-proof. So essentially his vehicle is indestructible. But did you know that there's something extremely interesting about this? The parachute has a special flag that can actually destroy indestructible vehicles. The reason for this is that the parachute is its own category of weapon under the title name of Special. Now what it means is that vehicles that are flagged as everything proof, they forgot to make sure that the special weapon category was also included in that. So, while wearing the parachute, you're technically using a special weapon and can damage Caesar's car. Fun fact, after High Stakes Lowrider in the beta version of the game, a new mission titled Impounded was supposed to be unlocked, which had CJ recovering his car from the impound lot in Los Santos.
Que pasa, Caesar?
Hey, Holmes. Hey, there's some beers up on the bench right there. I just gotta finish up under the hood, eh? Let's see your wheels.
Ain't nothing special, just, you know.
Chale, let Caesar work his magic. I'll make it special. Hey, where is it?
What the fuck?
I thought you said your ride was here.
Oh, shit, it's been towed.
What?
Oh my god.
No.
Damn, what's the matter with this city? They always towing people's shit.
Fuck, Holmes.
I didn't even hear. Did you hear?
No.
I was gonna hook your shit up, eh?
Damn, what they the secret car towing service? Fuck! Damn!
Cálmase, Holmes. Don't worry, we can get it back. I know where the impound is. It's cool. Be back in a bit, baby.
Okay, babe.
OG Loke. Did you know OG Loke's original beta name was going to be MC Strap, thanks to this icon found in the game files? There's an unused artwork as well that was somehow tied to OG Loke, and as you can see, it seems to depict him dropping the soap in prison. But let's go on with a fact about this mission, and that is that there is an unused voice line for CJ talking about OG Loke violating his parole.
Motherfuckers making a run for it! Oh, shit. He gonna get caught violating his parole. Hey, Loke, get back here, nigga. You crazy.
Running Dog. Originally in this mission, it was not going to instantly pass once you took out the enemy. In the final version of the game, the mission abruptly ends as soon as you take out this Vargo. But in the beta, we would have had to return back to Big Smoke, and on the journey home, there would have been a really interesting cut piece of dialogue which outed Big Smoke as a betrayer.
Say, Smoke, what's going on with you and Tenpenny?
Who?
Tenpenny.
Man, I ain't never heard of him.
I saw him leaving your apartment.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, you know it is.
Man, it ain't nothing. He a buster. Likes to give people a hard time. You know that, Carl. But you know me. It takes more than a fool like him to bug me out.
Wrong side of the tracks. The same applies in this mission as the previous. Originally, there was even more dialogue as you journeyed back to Big Smoke's house, again which basically made Big Smoke look extremely guilty that he was working with the cops.
Why Tenpenny want that package?
Who, Penny?
Don't bullshit me, Smoke.
Carl, man, there's something about you, man. Some kind of strange kind of aura, man.
Smoke, when you gonna stop with this weird bullshit? What's in the damn package, Smoke? No more bullshit.
I don't know, homie. I'm just trying to help these officers keep shit off the streets, man.
I don't trust them.
Sometimes trust ain't an option, home.
Just business. The stunt jumps executed by Big Smoke in this mission, even though you're on the back of the motorcycle, will actually be included in your stats, even though you're not driving.
Get in, fool.
Home invasion. If you wake up the home invasion guy, you'll notice that Ryder abandons CJ.
Let's get up out of here. Ryder, where the hell you at, man?
However, if you complete enough crates, then wake the guy up, he won't abandon CJ, but instead the police will arrive. And on the license plate of their vehicle, you will see the words "The Pigs," which is basically slang for the cops. Catalyst. The ammunition crates found in the freight train contain an unused NP5K image on them. It's believed that this weapon was originally supposed to be a weapon we would have obtained in the game, which is kind of interesting. Robbing Uncle Sam. If you shoot the crates that you're supposed to steal inside of the military base, it will reveal some pickups inside. Sometimes you can obtain armor, other times you can obtain grenades. It's pretty unpredictable which ones you're going to get. Life's a beach. Originally in this mission, on the way back to the garage to drop off the sounds van, CJ would have phoned OG Loke to find out where the sounds were supposed to be kept. And it's actually a really funny phone call.
Hey, Loke, I got what you want.
No way. We gotta ship them out the van, bro. Man, hold on, CJ. I'll call you back.
Loke, man, don't be playing with me.
Cool it, CJ. Cool it.
Half of Los Santos looking for this damn van.
Okay. Drop it up at LB's garage in Commerce.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, y'all stretching it. When you're over 60, you gotta.
Ah, shut up, motherfucker.
Mad Dog's Rhymes.
And I'ma kick a little something like this. Hey yo, when I come through up in the place, you don't want me to come with a gun in your face. I spit it harder than anybody in the world could do.
That
It's
shit
like
sucks. Damn.
The man seen coming out of the stalls in the beginning of this mission is called Bogman. He can later be seen in Jizzy's palace. And also, the most important thing about Bogman is that he shares the same model as the baller who is present in the introduction, where he plots the death of CJ's mother. So, is this the same guy? And if so, CJ had no clue he was standing so close to one of the culprits. Now, in the beta version of this mission, there was actually going to be a skateboard instead of a mountain bike at the end of the mission. And thanks to the Brady Games strategy guide, we can actually see that they forgot to remove part of the text in the guide, which explains that you can trip the house alarm, which will end up in the cops being called. Obviously, none of this happens in the final game. Management issues. Rather than driving all the way to the pier in order to eliminate the target, when playing the mission management issues, you can actually use pretty much any body of water you like, which means that a popular speedrunning strategy is to simply bail out when you make it to the canals. House Party. There's an NPC seen in the very background of this cutscene for House Party, which actually doesn't get used anywhere else in the entire game. Now, you may recognize him. There is a version of this skin that is seen walking around the streets of San Andreas. However, what's so unique about this rare variant is simply he has one trouser leg rolled up. Yeah, literally that's it. And another thing is you can't even see it in this cutscene because only his upper half of the body is visible. Burning Desire.
Sounds like a fucking excuse to me.
Officer Pulaski thinks you're trying to screw with us, Carl. Now you get this straight. We own you. You're ours. We can shit on you from such a height, you'll think God himself has crapped on you.
The interior of Rusty Brown's Ring Donuts, which we see in the cutscene of this mission, was actually meant to be an enterable interior off mission where we could buy donuts. We can still see the coding in the game files which relates to this food, and we can even see the low, the medium, and the high versions of this meal. Grey Imports. The warehouse used in Grey Imports is very interesting because an empty version of this warehouse can be found in the game files, and it's named Smash TV Warehouse. Now, what's really interesting about this is that this was actually going to be a mini-game that we could play with a 2-player mode in GTA San Andreas, similar to Slash TV from Liberty City Stories. So, yes, GTA San Andreas was going to feature a Slash TV mini-game, where we would be escaping from endless waves of enemies. Now, that makes sense why this warehouse has no roof to it. Also, bonus fact in Grey Imports, if you shoot the crate above these enemies, it will collapse and fall onto their head. One rare example of using your environment to take out enemies. Doberman. In the beta version of the game, Doberman was a completely different mission. Rather than being a mission for Sweet taking over gang territories, this cut mission from Crash had CJ targeting an enemy who was going to turn informant.
CJ, get over here! Now you listen to me, you sanctimonious piece of shit. Pancho is my man and DEA don't touch my asset. That's just the fucking law. Oh, I don't give a holy fuck about some targets. Don't frame some other rock slinger. Crack my ass, you lying piece of shit. Carver, you piece of rat shit.
Damn.
Bitch.
Having a bad day, Officer Tenpenny?
Hey, don't even think that approaches Huma Johnson. And Hernandez, don't ever laugh at me again. Get over there and get my fucking phone. Move it!
The mission would then end by having us taking out the informant Snitch and ending the mission as he's taken away in a police van. Los Sepulcros. If you set fire to Sweet's vehicle during this mission, you'll get an extremely unique and rare mission fail text which reads, "Sweet's car is ablaze and he's too smart to get back inside." reuniting the families. If you look very closely at the minute he gets chopped up, you'll notice that the uniform changes colour. There is actually a very interesting reason for this. Believe it or not, GTA San Andreas was going to have a different bike cop uniform for each city and area. Now, did you also know that the billboard that the gang end up smashing through at the end of the mission can actually be blown up prematurely to this mission? By using a grenade, you can blow up the billboard at any point in the game you like. The Green Saber. Originally, there was going to be additional voice line between CJ and Sweet at the very ending of the mission, just before CJ ends up getting arrested.
You all right?
I told you to get the hell out of here, CJ.
Hey, I wasn't gonna lose another brother.
And I was wrong, Carl. You ain't no buster.
Badlands. If you use a katana to kill the target and end up chopping off his head, it will actually fail the mission for making the target unidentifiable. Body Harvest. Now, this mission is rather interesting, because the whole name of the mission, Body Harvest, is a reference to a DMA design video game before they changed to Rockstar Games. And there's some pretty hilarious and unhinged, unused voice lines for this mission, mostly pointing fingers and mocking the hillbillies.
Who's this guy? He ain't sleeping with my sister. You don't belong around here.
We got ourselves a chase! Cue the banjo music!
Woo Zi Moo. During the race in this mission, upon reaching the Panopticon, we will find a Walton driving with an Elvis impersonator in the driver's seat. Now, obviously this NPC usually should not spawn anywhere in this part of the map, and is usually Las Venturas exclusive. Farewell, my love. Using a free cam, we can reveal that Woozy Moo is actually racing with Catalina during this race. Obviously, it should show Claude racing with Catalina. It's unknown if this is a genuine mistake, or whether this was done on purpose so that we could not kill Claude. Are you going to San Fierro? What you might not have realized is that during this mission, rather than burning the plants individually with the flamethrower, you can actually blow the plants up with C4, making it a lot quicker. Or, if you have access to one, using a combine harvester will also work. Wear flowers in your hair. If you shoot the bench that Zero is sitting on, he will instantly die. 555 Wee Tip. If you destroy the lamp post just before returning to the hotel, CJ will be leaning against literally nothing, defying gravity in the final cutscene.
Oh God, no!
Deconstruction. There are 2 unused lines in this mission for the man in the cubicle, and 8 unique voice lines left in the game. Let's take a listen to the 2 lines that aren't actually featured in the final game.
Oh God, is that corn? Oh, it's all in my mouth!
Photo opportunity. In the original beta version of this mission, CJ and Caesar were meant to be taking photographs from a helicopter. So let me play you some of the original voice lines that would have happened if we were still flying the helicopter.
Here, I brought a camera. Take the stick then, I'll take the photos. Just keep her steady and don't crash. Quite a mixed meeting down there. These guys look organized. I think he on to us. I'm gonna try to land this thing before it blow.
T-Bone Mendez. You can actually snipe all of the bikers from afar with a rifle and some good accuracy here. And this is a very popular strategy for speedrunners, saving a ton of time. Mike Torino. At the airport where this mission eventually leads you, you can find this kiosk with some really strange things on the screen. I'm guessing this is breaking the matrix and this is some kind of screenshot from one of the game developers' screens. Mountain Cloud Boys. The 2 men seen in the beginning of this mission shouting at the racing screen also appear together in 3 separate missions. Here, shouting at the screens, once in the Las Venturas mission Mad Dog, and finally, we see them in Damn and Blast as they eavesdrop in on the meeting.
Keep the numbers down.
Hey, speak up. We can't hear you back here.
I appreciate your input, but please, fuck off.
What'd he say?
He said fuck off. Come on, let's get out of here.
Hey, what are you still doing here? I live here. Oh, okay, you can stay.
Ranfar Lee. Before you get into the target vehicle in this mission, it has a unique property, making it pretty much everything proof, including the inability to move it. Even if you try and use a tow truck, you will not be able to move this vehicle. However, it loses all of these properties the minute you get inside. Lure. There's a special version of the Rancher that was meant to be used in this mission called Rancher Lure. This vehicle has tinted rear and side windows which are much darker than the ones used on the regular version of the Rancher, and this version of the Rancher isn't used in this mission for some reason.
Listen, man. When I was a kid, swimming off the Santa Maria, I once got a condom stuck to my face. Horror like that stays with you for life. Believe that.
Amphibious Assault. There's a way to skip the swimming sequence of this mission entirely by using some clever parkour. Firstly, by jumping onto this rock and then jumping over here and climbing out of the playable region, you can pretty much run across the rocks and skip this entire swimming sequence. Da Nang Thang. On rare occasions in this mission, a ghost plane may crash into the tower, resulting in the early death of the Snakehead and his guards, meaning you actually skip the entire Katana boss fight altogether. The odds of it happening are extremely slim though, so don't count on this happening anytime soon to you. Outrider. This is one of those missions that frustratingly takes as long to beat as it takes the AI to navigate the mapped out pathway. However, it's actually possible to skip this entire van escort sequence by doing one simple trick. We can grab this sniper rifle and shoot the vehicle once, proceed to plant one satchel charge, and return back to your vehicle. Once you're close enough to your car, detonate the satchel charge, which will set fire to the van and cause the driver to bail out. If you do this correctly, you can enter the mission marker, and once you resume the mission, you'll be able to get in as the driver rather than having to follow an AI driving it, and you can literally drive the vehicle to the warehouse, skipping the mission entirely. Snail Trail. While chasing the train in this mission, another train will come from the opposite direction. If you follow this train, instead, it will reveal it has some unique universe-breaking properties. It has the ability to go through walls and fly through the sky.
No, you fucked up. Come on, man. Hey, I get it wrong, you know?
Ice Cold Killer. If you blow up Jizzy's car in Ice Cold Killer before the mission begins, Rockstar planned ahead. Now, instead of getting into his car, once CJ has confronted him, he will actually end up jacking a pizza bike instead. Pier 69. If you don't have a sniper rifle when you begin this mission, Caesar will hand you one in the cutscene. However, if you do have a sniper rifle, this animation is skipped entirely. Originally, this mission was meant to have CJ return back to the pier after killing Ryder, but Rockstar Games obviously thought this was too boring for us, so they opted for the mission to be completed the minute Ryder's boat is destroyed. Caesar's voice line when he phones you sounds like he's standing next to you.
What's up, Caesar?
Hey, you okay, Holmes? We can watch it from the pier with binoculars.
Yeah, I'm good, I think. Listen, you guys better clear out. The cops gonna be all over the spot in a minute.
Sure thing, see you back at the garage.
Torino's Last Flight. Now, this is really interesting. It sounds like this mission was a lot cooler in 2003, when the mission scripters and designers were drafting up their ideas. Just based off this developer's description alone found in the leaked source code reveals a much more fun sounding mission. Rather than chasing down Torino's helicopter and having to shoot it down with a rocket launcher, instead we would have been pursuing Torino's plane as it took off from San Fierro airport, while we were hanging out of the sunroof with an assault rifle shooting at the plane. Eventually the plane takes off, but pretty much loses control shortly after, coming crashing down into a tree line. Yay Kaboom Boom. The license plate on the vehicle used in this mission to blow up the Yay factory reads Time Bomb. Pretty relevant and a pretty cool little Easter egg there. Puncture wounds. In the opening cutscene of this mission for the Wang Car's asset, CJ can be seen holding a newspaper with a photo of Millie on the front, one of the girls that CJ can actually date. Test drive. Now, in the original beta version of the game, after this mission was completed, the next mission in the sequence would not be Customs Fast Track, which is what it is in the final game. In the beta version of San Andreas, this mission would then unlock a new mission before Customs Fast Track, which would be called Roadside Assistance, where we would have to steal a vehicle seemingly with a tow truck just before a train hits it on the crossroads. Customs Fast Track. The guy that comes in at the beginning of this cutscene is a unique model. He actually has a beta model, and he's a beta Grove Street family member. Monster.
What it look like I'm made of? Pudding?
In the mission Monster, the dialogue is completely dependent on how quickly you completed the race. If you finish slowly, for example, he will simply say that your time was not bad.
Pretty good for a ghetto boy. Boss will be in touch. Okay. Boss was right about you. Boss will be in touch.
Hijack. Driving on the middle of the bridge in this mission for some reason is faster than driving on the actual road. I'm not sure why they did this, but maybe it was to give us enough time so that we could listen to the dialogue. Bonus fact, Caesar will actually have additional dialogue if the player decides to use a different bridge completely. If you try and drive on the train bridge, he will say the following.
We jacking a train, Holmes?
Interdiction. If you look really closely, you can see CJ is actually the pilot of the helicopter that arrives after CJ sets off the flare. When you're driving back down the cliffs in this mission in order to obtain the package, you will always drive past an RV, and in the driver's seat will always be a priest, seemingly with a prostitute in the passenger seat. NOE. If you fly above the radar limit in this mission, the game will send military jets after CJ to shoot him down. But one of the models used is the civilian old man and not a military pilot, which is very strange because later on in the game, in missions like Up, Up and Away, they are in fact military pilots. Stowaway. After jumping out of the plane, you may get lucky enough to see a floating door marker. In GTA San Andreas, game interiors are stored way up high in the sky. Now, these are usually so high above the map that you cannot reach them in normal gameplay. Because Rockstar puts a limit on how high you can fly. However, for some reason, when you jump out the back of the plane in Stowaway, it's much higher than this set limit. Therefore, you can literally freefall past some of these interior doors. Black Project. Did you know that in the weapons.dat file in the game, there is a string that seems to imply the jetpack would have counted as a weapon at some point in development, much like the parachute and the rumoured skateboard. The only weapon remaining in San Andreas with this special flag is the parachute. Green Goo. Originally, completing this mission would have unlocked another Final Truth mission called The Truth Is Out There. This would have taken place at Bayside, north of San Fierro, and would have seen CJ escorting the Truth back to the Verdant Meadows airstrip while he is being chased by FBI agents. This mission is also where the infamous unused FBI truck would have been featured, and that is still present in the game files. Sadly, the FBI truck is unobtainable in the final game.
I'm not joking here. Untie me, motherfucker. You got any idea in that pea brain head of yours who the fuck I am?
Nah, but I think I'ma find out.
Fender Ketchup. This mission's entire objective is based on the spook meter on the side of the screen, but it turns out that the most effective way to fill this meter is to simply do handbrake turns. If you do them to the right, nothing happens. So you can complete this mission in a matter of seconds by using this trick. Explosive Situation. Once you reach the quarry in this mission and the timer begins, if you shoot the conductor holding the walkie-talkie, the countdown timer will completely stop allowing you to take as much time as you like, because now there's no longer a guy who is in control of when the explosions go off. You've had your chips.
Boss, take a look at these 2 chips.
One's a fake. That's amazing. You didn't even touch him.
Nah, I just took a guess. Why else would he come in with 2 chips and sound so worried? You take a look.
The fake Four Dragons casino chip handed to Woozie in the cutscene was featured as a physical collector's item in the July 2005 issue of the Xbox official magazine. Lucky readers of this magazine had a chance to find a rare GTA San Andreas poker chip inside, and if on that poker chip there was a blindfolded dragon, then they had a chance to win a 10-of-a-kind GTA BMX in this contest.
Oh yeah, the dragon on this got the sunglasses and a white stick.
Insolent bastards.
Don Peyote. If you find a car with just 2 doors, Macca and Kent Paul will fight over who is going to go with CJ, including some unique animations of them pushing and shoving each other. Another interesting thing to note about this is that when Macca says,
"Oh no you don't, I remember Preston Guildhall.
I'm the manager. What I say goes."
the voice actor of Macca is none other than Sean Ryder of the Happy Mondays, a 90s band who played at Preston Guildhall in the 90s. Architectural espionage. One of the blueprints in the city planning department is labelled Starkweather Estate, a reference to Rockstar's game Manhunt, the last few stages of which are set in the mansion owned by the main antagonist, Lionel Starkweather. The blueprint here hanging on the wall is actually a map of the level from Manhunt called Key Personnel. Cop wheels. Originally in this mission, the cops we stole the bikes from had a lot more dialogue, and also a very funny and unique dispatch voice line from the police.
Come in, patrol. I was doing a walk the line on some drunk at the pizza place, and my bike's been stolen.
All units, this is an APB for a serial patrol bike thief. Suspect is black male, about 6 feet tall. Oh, and a stupid haircut.
Up, up, and away. In the cutscene of this mission, Zero makes a reference to fighting Berkeley, which becomes meaningless if the player hasn't already played Air Raid and other missions of the Zero mission strand, showing a rare glimpse of continuity errors in Rockstar's mission design.
We could respray it at the airstrip.
Yeah, Carl, it'll be just like fighting Berkeley, only bigger.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Intensive care. In the cutscene for this mission, Tony, Ken's talking parrot, has a very funny voice line which is a direct reference to the movie Scarface.
I never fucked anyone over in my life who didn't have it coming to him.
Shit.
I never fucked anybody over in my life who didn't have a coat. You got that?
The meat business. Normally, the mobster who jumps over the fire in the warehouse in this mission will have a chainsaw in his hand. However, if CJ already has a chainsaw, the mobster will instead carry a baseball bat. Fish in a barrel. Fish in a Barrel was originally going to be a mission about protecting Mr. Ranfar Lee from attackers in a limo while taking him to the airport. But in the final game, this mission is literally just a cutscene. One of the few rare examples of this in the game. Mad Dog. By the way, Mad Dog was originally going to be called Doc G, thanks to the partial source code leak we got in early 2024. It turns out that Doc G was going to be the name of Mad Dog, and OG Loke was going to be called MC Strap, like we mentioned earlier. Freefall. The plane that you end up getting inside of in this mission is actually an interior stored high above the game's map. Yes, this mission isn't actually taking place inside of a chamal. As you can see by using a free cam, we can see that this is all just part of an illusion. Rockstar uses these kind of tricks quite a lot in their games, even as late into games like GTA 5, so yeah, this isn't new.
How you like that, you piece of shit? That give you any idea how edgy I am?
Misappropriation. The barbecue prop seen in this mission cutscene is never used anywhere else in game, so I guess this prop was literally specifically designed to be used by Pulaski and for this cutscene, which is kind of cool.
Our boy's done good.
snitch piece of shit. You vato asshole. You sold us out. Time to dig, Carl.
High noon. In the early beta versions of the game, this mission was originally going to feature a minigame where the player would actually have to press on-screen buttons in order to dig a grave. However, Rockstar decided to change that. It was also revealed that there was supposed to be a big grand police chase, while also chasing down Pulaski. Sadly, none of this actually came to the final game, but it's still a pretty fun mission. St. Mark's Bistro. There is unused audio lines for this mission, indicating we were meant to actually land the plane ourselves at Liberty City Airport, possibly hinting at more of Liberty City being visible during this mission.
This is Private Flight CJ-101 on approach to Liberty. Over.
Flight CJ-101, we have you on our scope. Stay on current heading and await final approach instruction. Welcome to Liberty City, CJ-101.
I'm here to spill pasta sauce.
Holy fuck, who's flying that thing? That guy's a maniac!
Breaking the bank at Calias. When Carl is on the roof of the casino, and on this part of the roof, there is a small red marker, similar to the ones we see in fast food restaurants. But if you stand on this, nothing will happen, and if you take the parachute and try to go into the red marker, it will disappear. This is one of those mysteries that I have no idea why this is here. A home in the hills. An unused beta parachute design with a blue texture is seen during the opening scene in this mission. This is one of the early concepts of the parachute in the game. This is actually a beta design of the parachute, and it's very interesting that it's left in the game like this. Vertical Bird. This mission is the only mission besides Beat the Cock Triathlon which takes place across all three major areas of the game. It begins in Los Santos at the mansion, the middle section is at the docks and the bay of San Fierro, and finally we end up flying the VTOL Hydra over into Las Venturas and through the desert. Homecoming. This mission has an unused failure state saying you missed the bus. I guess in the beta version of this mission, we were meant to catch a bus with Sweet to Grove Street or something.
That's everybody's dream to get out the hood.
Man, you sound just like Smoke right now.
Riot. During the cutscene of this mission, when CJ says this line of dialogue, for some odd reason his lips don't move.
Look, the whole city's going up. People are fucking pissed off about this.
People don't know what they want. We all being used.
You see, man, it's always the same, friend. Power system.
Cutthroat business. Believe it or not, you don't actually have to use the hovercraft in order to complete this mission, as you can actually follow the shoreline instead in the news van in order to achieve the same desired result. It actually turns out this is a lot quicker, and something that speedrunners favour. Beatdown on Beat Up. Originally, Big Bear was intended to help CJ locate Big Smoke by revealing a Russian informant, giving him a much larger part in the endgame of GTA San Andreas. However, unfortunately in the final version of the game, none of this was realised. Grove for Life. In the cutscene of this mission, we can actually see the same NPC of the crack woman who was seen in the mission prior smoking with Sweet.
Oh, what the hell you doing?
Shit. Man, everything is KKK. And I just want to see what's so good.
Los Desperados. In this mission, the whole of San Andreas will become empty and a ghost town during the shootout in El Corona. No pedestrians or vehicles will spawn on the map except for parked vehicles. The end of the line.
Oh, I almost forgot, Carl. Time to die.
Sweet!
What?
There's actually a feature that was supposed to be in End of the Line which was cut during development, which is really interesting to me. Oil puddles. It seems that Rockstar were planning on adding oil puddles once you crashed a vehicle. The oil puddles would also likely have been flammable if they were shot at. The only real example we have of this is from the mission The End of the Line, where when Sweet takes control of the vehicle and CJ is shooting at the fire truck seemingly would have been dropping oil on the roads. And we can hear Sweet's voice lines warning CJ that there is oil spilling out of the vehicle.
Shit, water all over the road. Fire trucks dropping oil. National Guard roadblock.
So there we have it. One fact about every mission in GTA San Andreas. If you enjoyed and you're not already, please do subscribe in preparation for GTA 6, because we'll have plenty of awesome videos for you to watch.
Man, are you a buster?
Nah, I'm down, homie.